Welcome to another developer preview video for Magical Fairy Force Champion Edition, the upcoming PC version of my recently completed Atari 5200 game. This video is mostly going to focus on the tournament modes, which I've been putting a lot of work into lately, and at this point they're all logically functional. There's still a lot of cosmetic work. Some of the screens could use a little improvement and some interface issues here and there, but the logic for all 8 tournament modes works. They do exactly what they're supposed to do, and some of them are pretty great, so I just want to go through those. And as you can see here, there are 8 different tournament modes. The first 4 are pretty straightforward. I'm not going to go into those in any amount of detail. They're just standard bracket tournaments. If you don't know what these are, you can look them up and you'll find them online. There are plenty of definitions. So we have both single and double elimination in 1 character and 2 character team variants. And while I'm not going to go into these in depth, I will go back to this menu where you can now see the load tournament option. So I've implemented a complete tournament loading and saving system because some of these tournaments can run rather long, and it's nice to be able to pause it and pick it up later. So here are a bunch of tournaments that I have saved that I've been using for testing in various ways. And this is a good one to look at. So this is a team double elimination tournament in the late stages. And here's a winner's bracket that's gone all the way up to the winner's bracket finals. And we can go down here and look at the loser's bracket, which is waiting for the loser of that finals match. So you can see how that works. It's a simple bracket tournament. These tournaments support anywhere from 3 to 16 players or teams. This is the full 16-team tournament, so this is as big as it gets. But there's a lot of unusual player counts, and figuring out how to plot the brackets for those weird player counts, especially in the loser's bracket, was kind of challenging, but I did manage to work it all out in the end. So any unusual player count from 3 to 16 will work just fine. So the other 4 tournament modes are pretty interesting. Well, round robin's not terribly interesting. This is just a simple everybody plays everybody and you compare standings at the end type of tournament, like you might see in the opening stage of the World Cup, for example. So I'll just throw in 8 players here, pick each character once. So this standing screen is really pretty temporary. It's really bad right now, but it's just there to get the general idea across. So here we have win, draw, loss standings and a win percentage for each character. And up at the top you can see what the next match is. I eventually plan to add a screen that shows you the entire match schedule from start to finish. But if I go in here and start the match, I'll just lose it real quick. Run into this cloud here and drain all my power. So we go back to the standing screen, and you can see here that Fruity's logged a win and Pink has logged a loss. And this just continues until everybody has played everybody, and then whoever has the best win record wins the tournament. It's very simple. Now the League tournament is a combination of the round robin and the single elimination. And I'm not going to go into this one at all, but basically you play a complete round robin tournament, and then each player is seeded into a single elimination tournament based on their finishing place in the round robin. So it's like playing a season and then going to playoffs. The difference here is that everybody goes to the playoffs. But you play through the round robin to determine your seeding, and then you just do a tournament to finish it out and see who the winner is. Nothing too special, but again, it's a fun option, and it was very easy to implement since it's just a combination of 2 existing tournaments. Weakest Link is very interesting. This is based on a game called Fantasy Strike, which is a very simplified sort of fundamental basic fighting game you can play on Steam if you want. And this is based on the way that the matches work online in that game, which I thought was really interesting, so I decided I'll do it too. So this is for 2 players, and you can have a team of anywhere from 2 to 16 characters. I'll go with 8 just for demonstration purposes. Now the characters on your team have to be unique in this tournament. And since I still only have 8 characters in the game, I'll just pick the 8 characters for each player. So the way this tournament works is you have a pool of characters, and every match one character is selected at random from your pool to play the other player. And the winner of the match is removed from the pool permanently, whereas the loser of the match is removed temporarily. And once you've exhausted all of your characters, your losers form your next pool, and you continue playing. The goal here is to win with every single one of your characters, which is why it's called Weakest Link. You have to win with your worst character in order to win the game as a whole. I'll go ahead and just run one match real quick here. So here's the random selection. And here's our match. We'll go ahead and start it off. And again, I'll just go lose as quickly as possible. You can also see here the new wings. This is the first character with wings, and we have this separate wing thing. I'm still playing with this, and the animation and the positioning. His animation is a little screwed up. I don't have it lined up quite right. Okay, so you see here, player 1 lost, so the player 1 character has moved to the team 1 losers group, and player 2 won, so their character has moved to the team 2 winners group. And we would then go into another match, again with random characters from the remaining pool. And like I said, once you've won with each of your characters, you win the tournament. So that's an interesting little one. The final tournament might be my favorite. This is the festival tournament. This is based on the show Ruby, which I started watching last year and kind of got really into. In that show, there's a tournament in the 3rd season. It's called the Vital Festival Tournament, and that's where the name of the tournament comes from. And in this tournament, there are teams of 4 that fight each other in the first round. And then the winner of each round chooses 2 of their members to advance to the next round, which is a 2-on-2 round. And then the winners of that round choose 1 person to go to the finals, which is a series of 1-on-1 elimination fights. Now, this game doesn't have a 4-on-4 mode, but it does have a 2-on-2 mode and a 1-on-1 mode. So I decided I could pick up the tournament from the 2-on-2 mode and copy that format. So this supports anywhere from 3 to 16 teams. I'll do a full 16 teams just to show it off. I have my test team spread I'm used to entering here. I can't wait till I get more characters in here. Alright. So what happens initially is you have the remaining teams pool, and 2 teams are chosen at random to fight each other in a similar fashion to the previous tournament. So we'll let that go through. So here are our 2 teams. These super move selection boxes are not lined up properly for players 3 and 4. That's something I need to do later. We'll go ahead and start this match and wait for somebody to lose, which should happen fairly quickly here. I can coerce that a bit. Okay, so Team 1 has lost. So now we come to this screen, which needs to be embellished a bit. But here, Team 2 has to select one of their members to represent them in the finals. So we'll send Evil Queen Zavasha. And you can see now that the second player, who was Team 11, now has a finalist in the group. And the losing team has been eliminated. So you continue in this manner until all of the teams have played, and after that you'll have 8 finalists, who then start facing off in random 1-on-1 matches, and the loser is eliminated, and you continue this until there's 1 person left standing, and they're the winner. So you need to get through the first round of teamwork, and then choose someone to advance and stand alone for the rest of the tournament. I think it sounds like fun. So I think that's probably all I'm really here to show off in this video. I've had a lot of fun doing these tournament modes. I don't think I'm going to add any more. I think it's just going to be these 8, but who knows? Maybe I'll think of something crazy to throw in there. I originally didn't have plans to allow for saving and loading of tournaments, but as I started doing these, particularly the 16-character round robin, and by extension the 16-character league tournament, I realized that these were going to get very long, and I really needed some way to save and resume them. So I spent about a week implementing the whole tournament save load system, and it works great. Works just fine. So that'll be it for this video, and hopefully I can get some more gameplay stuff, which is what kind of I need to get back to. I want to start implementing some more of the character attacks. And these will be the new ones. The ones from the Atari game are all implemented, and I've got some rough ideas for some of the new ones, but I really do need to start doing those. And I also need to spend some time putting a lot more thought into the new characters. I have some rough ideas for 2 or 3 of them, but I really want to do 8 new characters, and that needs a lot more thought. So those are the things that are probably on my plate coming up soon. So I guess we'll cut this video off right there, and stay tuned to this channel for more information.